After a great trio of games on Thanksgiving yesterday, we've got Friday football to tide you over here as we join you from Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today we continue on with John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend, and we have got a good one in store, folks. It's the Bears and the Eagles in the NFC on EA Sports. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First carry for Rashad White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You look at this Bears defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's White. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
They go right back to White here on first down. Justin Simmons up from the safety spot to make the tackle. And the Eagles at 9-2 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Allen. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
319.
To the air. Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Aubrey good with the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Smith and Jigba in motion right. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. He's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Hey, 57, 15.
Mahomes now to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And we'll get this one down to about the 17.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Yellow. Attack. Let's go, Louis.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Gibbs will take it in. Touchdown Bears. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in this spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Middle. Ready? Pass. Hey, tight. What's that?
Here's Allen to throw it. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got Ayuk once again. And they stop him up short of 1st down as they get him at about the 43. An audible here to get a new look. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Allen again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun, it's Allen. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Allen. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it to 26. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Allen going to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Open man is complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Man, that is deflating going into the break. You're in a position with a chance to tie the game, but this kick is off the mark, and they're going to remain 3 points down heading into the break.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Pretty good coverage by the kick team, as we'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Mahomes going to throw. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
Touchdown, Chicago! Jahmyr Gibbs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to extend their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now Urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
39-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brock Bowers, 38 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And he'll find some space up there back to 25. 101 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Mahomes. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10.
Eagles 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fan. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to 16.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play. Smith and Jigba in motion right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that will be incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A 46-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
To throw, it's Allen. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. This is Wright. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
3:19.
Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. To the goal line, but It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Allen. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here it is, 4th and inches. Here's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Yellow.
Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Mahomes. Sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
There he goes, right side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. He's got his target. It's Olave. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Mahomes. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, this game has now been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Eagles, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.